Teresópolis, great. We are giving some more minutes for people to come, to get in. Wow, Monica is from Peru. Great. Welcome, Monica. Now I'm getting nervous now. So many people from different places. Wow, Nora is from Argentina. Great. Welcome. Yeah, I have never used a ClickMeeting before, so we are together. São Bernardo do Campo. Hi, Paula. Good afternoon. Yeah, I am the only one who have the microphone and camera. And then you can get in touch through chat, okay? I'm going to check the questions and interact with you in the chat, right? Okay, guys, so let's start. So welcome, everybody. I'm really happy to be here in this webinar to share a little bit with you some information about English beyond the classroom. Yeah, that's the topic we are going to discuss. So my name is Tatiana. I am Tatiana Ourique Damiani, and I am from Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Yes, I am in fact, my city is Gravtaí, which is near Porto Alegre. Yeah, it's a small city, and I've been living here for my whole life. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience. So I see that it's people from Planalto Paulista and everywhere. All right. So, guys, just to contextualize a little bit, I would like to know. I put a picture here in the slide, and I would like to check the age of my audience. Are you familiar with that? With this object? Yes, great. So I am not alone. All right. So the picture is just to make a little fun, yeah, because when I start teaching, that was my device, the device that we use. We used to put these cassettes, yeah. So the listening activities were through this object, yeah. Hi, greetings from Ecuador. Great. And then I just put this picture here to say that I've been teaching for more than 20 years, and that's enough. No more dates and details about time. And then I've been teaching different ages, different levels. I've been teaching in school, in English courses. But then nowadays, I just prepared this slide here for you to understand. Nowadays, I am an English teacher in a private regular school here in Gravtaí. I teach English for kids, for third grade kids. So they are 8 to 9 years old. And I am also the coordinator of the bilingual program that we have in the school. And it's extracurricular activity. So this bilingual program happens in the morning, then the students go to classes in the afternoon. And I also have an English course. So I have here 3 different realities, yeah, where these examples that I'm going to bring, where they come from. Okay, so as a teacher, as a coordinator, and as a school owner, so I'm going to share with you a little bit of my experience. Okay, and then I prepare some questions for us to reflect a little bit. Okay, so the first question is, does the ability to interact to each other bring more motivation to learn? What do you think? Do you think that the ability to interact to each other, now we're thinking about students, yeah? For sure. Great. I'm just checking your answers. And how can we promote situations where learning is more meaningful? Yeah, because in class we do some activities, but how can we promote situations where they are going to realize that they are using the things they learn? Yeah, through active learning. All right. Some more questions. What happens when English gets out of the classroom? Now here, sorry, let me check your answers here again. By elaborating or presenting tasks that are meaningful to them, that's it. I think meaningful, it's an excellent word to mention here. Asking students interests, personalization. Sometimes take a coffee with the students or eating a lemon pie, that's it. Okay. So, and the last topic I put here, it was not a question, yeah, but is to reflect on how language can help us to work with some life skills with our students. Because sometimes we can use language to teach some other aspects, yeah, some other skills. And then let's think a little bit about that, okay? In my next slide here, the arrow is out of the place, okay? But it was supposed to be a little bit to the left. But the idea is bringing world to our classroom. It's something automatic. Yeah, it's something natural. It's going to happen pretty easily. Yeah. How does it happen? Yeah, so I put here some examples. First, movies and series. So students bring to classroom their interests. Yeah, like someone mentioned before. Yeah. So through nowadays, through these streamings, they have lots of access to movies and series with English. Yeah, and it's much easier nowadays, right? A second example is songs. So songs come into our classroom naturally. Yeah, I remember that when I studied, teacher used to bring songs and lyrics, and nowadays students bring the songs for us. Yeah, they introduce us some songs, and the also the lyrics they like. So we have here some symbols like Spotify and all these other platforms where the access happens very easily. Great. And then another possibility where the world comes into our classroom is through games. And then I put here the picture of a board game, but of course that we have to consider here the online games. Yeah, they are really important in this context we are living. Yeah, students play a lot and they interact through these online games, and they bring it to classroom. Yeah, they bring this information, they talk to us about that, they ask us some questions about their games. And another aspect where the world comes into our classroom is through celebrations. Yeah, these celebrations that we we present to this, not present because they already know, yeah, but we celebrate with them, the working with the culture, yeah, and then learning language at the same time. So here I use the symbol of the St. Patrick's Day, which is an Irish celebration, but that we work with, Halloween, and many others. And also I add up a plus sign, yeah, because there are much more uh, channels where the world comes into our classroom, yeah. And I can mention social medias, yeah, they use a lot, and they learn a lot through social medias, slangs and some expressions, and we are learning with them at the same time. So this is easy, this is natural, yeah. But then my question is, how can we do the opposite? How can we take the classroom to the world? How are we going to make this connection of the things they are learning through the society, through the world they live in? Yeah, so how can we connect that? Any ideas? I know I have already realized that you are good with ideas. Yeah, you have typed a lots of things here. So can you help me? Any idea on how can we take a classroom into the world? How can we do the opposite? No ideas? Somebody is typing. Hearing news about the world. Mhm. Have a moment of reflection, how a student can use that particular topic in a situation in their lives. Try to show news from Brazilian facts, bringing up current topics to debate, ask them grandma's recipes. All right, so make this connection of the real life, yeah? Create a common virtual channel to connect the teachers and students. Bring realia, such as personal things related to their lives. Okay, so this connection of what they are their interests is very important, yeah, to have the students with us. Then, guys, I have here some examples on how to take the classroom to the world, yeah, some possibilities. And I know that it's not a brand new, yeah, you probably have already worked with some of these ideas, but just to share some. Visiting friends that are living in New York, living at their houses. Great. Okay, so let's take a look. From the classroom to the world. So I put here four symbols to talk to you. Yeah. So the first one is related to routine. The second one is related to outdoor activities. The third one is related to drama. And the fourth is relation to trips, right? I'm going to explain a little bit each one of them, right? Just a second. Okay. So, routine. When we take the language they are learning and use the language in real world, it makes a lot of difference, yeah? So I have here some pictures of my students. In our context, the students have lunch in school, yeah? And we use the structures they learn to put into practice in this moment. So they ask for their food in English. So they say what they want to eat. They ask for to repeat. They say what they are not into in a specific day. Yeah. And then teachers work with this vocabulary before. Yeah. And then every day they practice a little bit. So they ask the person who is going to give them the food in English. So that's a way to put into practice. And then a way that we can connect English to their routine. Yeah. But I know that meals are not always present in different contexts. Yeah, here in the reality of these students that participate in a bilingual program, that they stay the whole day in school, they have this possibility. But for example, with my students from the English course, that they have just 2 hours a week of classes, they do not have this special moments. So we try to introduce the use of these structures into their routine through classroom language, magical words, all the situations where they can communicate, right? So they are using things they learn to communicate, to get uh, into an idea, to have something done or accomplished. Yeah, when they can communicate, they succeed, right? So this is the first example. Another idea, it's the outdoor activities. Yeah, and then I divided here in two parts. Part one is the activities that are not in school. So what we have in our neighborhood that we can adapt, that we can connect to our classes. Yeah. Then, for example, here I have a picture of a group who went to escape game in an escape room. So I contact the escape room owner. We plan the activity in English. They receive the students only speaking in English, and then they have to solve the problems in English to get rid, to get out of the room where they were. So it's a very nice activity. Students enjoy a lot, and they use English to accomplish something, yeah, to uh, solve that problem, to communicate with the person who is helping them. So it's a very nice experience. The other picture where the girls are with the hair up, it's a museum here in Porto Alegre. Of course, the museum is not in English, but we adapt the activities for them in the museum. So we ask them to look for things, try to interact with the people that can communicate. Yeah, so you can check if there is a museum in your around your school. You can contact people from the museum if they can participate or not. When you don't find anyone, teachers do make this important role in the process. Yeah, so we can use these places, touristic places, also to learn, and they use the language to discover and to solve the problems they have in these places. And the third picture, the smallest one, that's a book fair in school. In fact, it was in school, and then one one of the books distributors speaks English, and then we ask him to participate and talking to the students, and the students ask about books prices and information about the books, and he gives all the information. It was really nice. The students like a lot. So that was an opportunity in school, yeah, the book fair in school. Okay, then outdoor activities, part two. These activities are the activities that we do outdoor, but in school, yeah, out of the classroom, but inside the school. So these activities, for example, the first one, it's a yoga practice. So they learn things different things, different skills, different abilities, yeah, practicing something new using language. So this one here, they are learning animals, positions. So they make a fun with the name of the animals and the positions in yoga, which is really nice. The second one is an activity about the dentist, going to the dentist and learning about the teeth. Uh, it also finished with a dentist interview. Yeah, then you can find some partners, find that sometimes they are even students' parents. They like to participate and they get involved into these activities. So we can explore parents on this way. And the third picture, it's a sack race, which is made in a school. They can compete each other. They learn the expressions they use during the competition. So it's a game, an activity they really like because they move, yeah, when they are young. Okay, so these are some suggestions of outdoor activities inside the school. Yeah, outdoor, indoors. Okay. Another suggestion is the place. Yeah. In the school where I work, we have a special day, which is Thanksgiving. And on Thanksgiving, we prepare, the students prepare some place to present to their families. And it's really nice because they really get involved. They plan what they are going to present, they select the songs, they decide their roles, they rehearse, and then they get involved into the whole process. And then that night, all the groups present to their families. It's amazing. The parents love, teachers love, and students also like to participate a lot. There's a question here if I have online teaching strategy for adults. Uh, we can adapt some of them. As I'm talking about outdoor activities, I don't have exactly online ones. Yeah, but we many of them we can adapt with adults. Yeah, but not online, in fact. Mhm. So this is the example that I gave you. It's a day, a really special day in school, but we can make it simpler. Yeah, the third picture here in the slide, it's inside the classroom. Yeah, it's a play. They pretend they are going to the doctor, and then they are playing. We have a suggested dialogue for them to prepare. They present, so we can construct the all the office. They bring things to organize. Okay, but this is in classroom to make it smaller but also possible. Yeah, then sometimes we can record it, and then when we record after that we can share with parents, and it's also marketing. Yeah, because parents like to see their children speaking. Okay. Yes, Claudia is suggesting here, yeah, that maybe some presentations like TED Talks for adults. Mhm. I've already worked with adults with a strategy called Pecha Kucha. Have you heard about that? Or Ignite presentation. This is really nice. Yeah, they have to select some slides. Then you have a specific amount of slides and time, and they have to present. I can type. Yes, it's like this. Pecha kucha. I think it's like this, or ignite presentation. Sorry. So the students are supposed to select, for example, 20 slides and 5 seconds for each slide. And the slides, you have only images on the slides, no words, and they have to talk about that topic they are going to select. It's really nice, really nice. And it's you can select things about yourselves. You can select a topic like let's talk about environment, politics, yeah, and it's really useful. Maybe use a Jamboard to play bingo, tic-tac-toe, guess who. Yes, use an online tool like Eli or any other platform to complement gives, yeah, for sure. Online classes, we have to use all these resources, yeah, these platforms that help us. Okay. And then after the plays, the other suggestion here is organizing some immersion events. Yeah. Here in our English course, we have two special ones, and the students wait for these events, which is the summer camp and the winter camp. So we have two a year. For the adults, maybe we can do you can do this online. We have already this activity, we have already done this activity, but not online, yeah, presential, which is wine and talk. Yeah, each student bring a bottle of wine, and then we select some topics to talk about. It's a kind of a conversation class, yeah, and an excuse to drink a little wine. But maybe we can also do online, yeah, why not? So coming back here to the immersion suggestion, the summer camp is a day that we organize. We go to a hotel and we spend a whole afternoon, a whole Saturday there, and the students have activities from morning to evening. And of course, that the activities are organized by the teachers. Yeah, we just rent some places in the hotel, but we have a deal with the people with the hotel that they organize all the menu when they have the lunch. They use um, some tags with the name of the food written in English. Yeah. And if someone in the hotel can communicate in English, we ask this person to interact with the students as well. But then they do activities in the swimming pool, they play games, they do activities in groups. So it's a very special moment. And this is the summer camp and also the winter camp. The winter camp, I think it's they like it a little more because we spend the whole weekend together. We go to the mountains. Yeah, it's a region here around here, 2 hours by car. So we go there, and then we go to in a hotel. We stay together, and then we have activities during the whole weekend. So we have fire bones and marshmallows in the fire. We have parties. We have some treasure hunt, scavenger hunt, plays. So it's really nice. The students really like this weekend, and they really produce language, and it's nice. They like to interact in these moments. Yeah, so it's really really special. They produce lots of language here. I'm going to show you a video later where you can check some of these activities. Okay. And one more suggestion, which is, I know that it is a little bit more difficult, which is the exchange program. Yeah, depending on where we live, it's not so easy. Yeah, I am from Brazil, and we don't have neighbors that speak English. Yeah, we have only neighbors that speak Spanish, so it's a little bit more expensive to organize an exchange program. But we can have partnerships. We can ask for travels agencies around us to tell students, to motivate students for this kind of activities. Yeah, not exactly organize a group about your own group, but you can get into another person's group and travel together. Yeah, I used to take my students to Canada. These pictures are from my students. So we organize groups and go to Toronto to study for 20 days during our summer here, usually January, February. And they study there and do lots of activities. They live with a family. So it's that's the highlight, yeah, the most important moment for them. And it's a really nice experience. In this first picture, they are doing a test in school, yeah, a placement test. And then we have the other picture, they are in the ski place, yeah, they are with the surfboard. So they go ski, they go surfboarding, they interact with the locals, so it's really nice. Live with a family. That's a really important experience. I know that it's not so easy, but I know that makes a lot of difference for them. This is also some pictures. The group graduating at the end of the 3 weeks, we stay there. Here is a picture in Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada. Yeah. And then I put an invitation here because my next group is going next January. We are just organizing the group now. So April, May, we are finishing the group, and we are going to travel together in January. So the invitation is here. If you would like to join us, 21 days in Toronto, studying and having fun. We can talk about that later if you want. Okay. All right. And then uh, one more question I have here, which is where do we get, where do you get your ideas? Sorry. Where do you get your ideas from? So I think that the first answer you can give is through webinars, through studying. Yeah, I know that if you are here, that's because you are committed to learning. But okay, Chris, I'm going at the end, I will leave my email and my telephone, and then we can talk about the exchange program, okay? Or any other topic you would like. So, you are answering here. Internet, Brestizo, that's it. Uh-huh. Many different resources, okay. Talking to friends, that's it. Uh-huh. Internet, books, that's it. Pinterest, yeah. All right, that's it. I have a friend who say that teacher always have a magic hat. Yeah, that we always have a different idea from our magic hat, and this magic hat is filled with everything that you have already mentioned here before. But I have a special suggestion for you. Okay, some of these ideas I present, I took from this book here. I don't know if you can see me. My Edutainment World, which is a book full of activities. And let me show here. You have the pictured instructions. Some of the ideas I put in the presentations here is from this book, and it's divided into topics. So if you want to talk about uh, fruit, colors, about playground, snacks, farm, cleaning, weather, and many other topics here. Okay. Um, Let me show you my next slide here. That's the book. Then you can, right. That's it. My Edutainment World. Yeah, the author is Jenny Dooley. It's from the Express Publishing. You can find it at Disal. Yeah, okay. And I wrote here the sentence that really calls the attention because these activities here, they are designed to focus on developing students socially, physically, intellectually, creatively, and emotionally. So that's what I mentioned before, language and life skills. Yeah, not only language, but also abilities for the students to learn a little bit more about everything. Yeah. All right. You have the link here on the chat to take a look at the book. Okay. This our team have put a link for you. And I would like to show you a short video where I'm going to to show you some of these activities I mentioned, but now into real life. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Just let me know if you can listen, if you're going to listen to the video. I think it's okay, but let's check.
Okay, Miguel.
Are you listening?
Okay, Romeo. What do you want for lunch? What are you going to eat for lunch today?
Rice, beans, sauce, mashed potato, fish, and lettuce.
Okay, and do you want water or juice?
Water.
Okay, thank you.
But they are in the opposite way, right? So the finding things that we help you guys now to explain.
Okay. Let me check, just a minute. This one, it's 23 pounds. D-O-W-N, and that's the way you get down. Hello! Hi! Hi, Jimmy!
Okay, how many words have you listed, guys? What?
Boat, garbage, grass, sky, flower, sign, wood, paper, stick, dog's bottle, backpack, water, sand, light, birds, phone, clothes, idol.
Okay, guys, let me see here. I think my presentation disappeared. Here again. Okay, so nice, yeah, to see students practicing. Let me come back just here to the chat to check if you ask any question that I didn't answer. Is it only for preschoolers? This is level 1, is for preschoolers. I know that there are more levels, but I'm not sure if they are for older ones. Maybe Disal team can answer this question here. I like your thank you. Yeah, for sure. Teachers love their jobs. No way. Yeah, no other way to do it. When you love what you do, you never work. Yeah, that's it. I need this idea to sing with the students on Happy Family Days. I can also share with you the link with the presentation we post. It's on YouTube, the whole Thanksgiving presentation. Then I can share the link here with you. Thank you. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? I don't know if I answer all your questions. I'm. Someone is typing. Let me see. Great. I'm going to. Do you share your ideas on Instagram? Yeah, sometimes I'm not very. I'm not a marketing person, in fact, yeah, but I have to do it more often. But I do, sometimes I do. I will put here in the next slide my contacts, then you can reach me. It's my email, my cell phone number, and that's my Instagram uh, profile. So you can add and be welcome. And if you want more information about the exchange program, someone asked me about that, you can email me or send me a message that then we can talk. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay. So any other questions? So I'd like to thank everybody for coming and I thank you. I'm really happy to share some ideas with you. And we also learn with each other. Okay. Thank you, guys. So that's it.